Hello, my name is Judah. I'm an application engineer on GoEngineer's hardware team, and today I have a quick tip for you on how to make horizontal threads 3D printable. Previously, I made this video on how to make 3D printable threads, but that was assuming that you'd print the screw horizontally and the hole vertically. This is the best way to print threads, since printing a screw horizontally gives it the most strength, and printing the hole at an orientation 90 degrees to the screw will prevent binding of layer lines when you tighten it. However, recently I designed something that needed a horizontal threaded hole, so I thought I'd make this follow-up video to show you how I made that work. I can't show you the actual part I was working on, but here is an example of another part that might need horizontal threads. In order to get the smoothest finish on these curved surfaces, we should print this part on one end. That avoids the worst of the stair-stepping. Of course, now that means if we need a threaded hole in the middle of the part, those threads will need to be oriented horizontally. To review, here's how we made our screw in the last video. Make a cylinder half the height of what you want your threads to end up as. This is optional, but I recommend adding a chamfer to the tip of the screw. Make it using two distances, set the horizontal distance to what you want it to end up as, and the vertical to half that. Next, add threads. You can do this any way you'd like, but the larger the thread and the greater the pitch, the better. The way I do this in SolidWorks is first I choose my thread size and make sure the method is set to extrude. Next, I select the bottom edge of the screw for my thread location, then an offset equal to the pitch of my thread so they start below my screw. End condition just needs to extend past the tip of my screw. Then, under Thread Options, I turn on both Trim with Start Face and Trim with End Face, so my threads have a clean start and end. After my threads are made, I scale the whole thing by 2 along its length to get my final desired length. Finally, I add a little grip to the head of the screw with a simple revolve boss, and I'm done. For the threaded hole, make a copy of the screw, offset the thread faces out to create a little bit of clearance. I'm using 0.2 millimeters. Then subtract that screw from the body you want the hole in. By the way, SolidWorks has a tool called Indent that I tried to use to do this all at once, but for some reason it wouldn't let me add clearance. If you happen to know why, let me know in the comments. Now to make these features printable. For the screw, since we're printing it vertically, we don't need to do anything. Since we scaled up the threads, they are nice and thick and don't have much of an overhang, so it will print beautifully. For the hole, I'm going to borrow an old 3D printing trick, teardrop holes. To make the problem more obvious, here's a sliced part with a small horizontal hole. As you can see, it has a flat bottom and top due to the layers, and when you print it, some of those top unsupported layers will probably droop a bit. This means that it will end up being a little shorter top to bottom than it should be, making for a very tight, if not impossible, fit. To fix this, you can cut a triangle out of the top of the hole, creating extra clearance. These holes end up looking teardrop shaped, hence the name. A horizontal threaded hole also has the same issue. Threads sized correctly will bind at the top and bottom, and the drooping will be even worse, so we'll apply the same solution. Cut away triangles just like teardrop holes, but we're going to do it at the bottom as well to optimize the fit. To do this, first we make a sketch on the surface where the threaded hole starts. We want our base circle to be just a hair smaller than the minor diameter of our threads, the two sides of our triangle to be tangent with that circle, equal in length, and the apex to be aligned vertically with the center of the circle with a construction line. I'd set the overhang angle between that construction line and one side of my triangle to 45 degrees. You can go with a larger angle if you'd like a smaller triangle, but it will have more overhang as well. Pattern your straight lines to the bottom of the circle, trim the bits of your circle under your triangles to make a single clean shape, and your sketch is done. Now, all you need to do is use it for an extrude cut the length of your internal threads. Here's my part again with that added teardrop relief, and now the threads work perfectly. The screw starts easily and tightens all the way without any binding. Wonderful. I hope you found this tip useful. If you have any other weird features that you'd like to optimize for 3D printing, let me know in the comments. I'd love to help. As always, please go to GoEngineer.com for access to professional training, upcoming events, and more from your #1 online technical resource. Catch you later.